Hey guys, it's Dave with Everyday Relationships, and today I'm just going to give you an example of an interesting fight that me and my girlfriend had very recently. It started where I was trying to teach her these breathing exercises that I've been doing, that I've been learning about recently. They're to kind of unlock the tightness and the sort of negative feelings that are stored in the body, especially in the bowels, in the stomach. And I've been trying to teach her these breathing exercises. And so what happened was that night, it was kind of late and she was tired and she didn't really want to do it. And I said, well, it's really important to start doing this for your body because she has a tight back and a tight stomach and a tight jaw, and I feel like I want to help her release these things. And I'm very passionate about it I'm very passionate about breathing exercises when I get into them. So I said, it's really important to do it now. And she sort of was like, oh, I don't really want to do it, but okay, fine, I'll do it. And I was like, okay, good. And then what happened was it kind of turned into a situation where I was like a parent. I was sort of like a teacher or a parent, and she was like a little kid. And she was kind of doing these things to try to like distract me and try to sort of stall and make jokes, stuff like that. And I was getting really frustrated because I was like, I just want to teach you this damn thing. Like, stay still and do it. So I kept pushing her, and she kept resisting with this kind of, joking and stalling and kind of thing. And we ended up, I said something like, are you going to die? Is it going to kill you, And she was like, yeah, it's going to kill me. Like, this was, we were joking. But then at the end, I was like, did it kill you? And I was kind of pissed, I was pretty mad. And she started crying. She got mad at me because I attacked her. I was pushing her, really pushing her. And she just didn't have it in her at the time to do what I wanted, do it the way that I did it and the way I wanted her to do it, in kind of an intense way. So she kind of turned away from me. She's crying, and I'm sitting there, and I'm fuming. I'm like, why were you so, why didn't you just do it? I'm so mad at her that she didn't just do it. And she was mad that I pushed her. And we just stopped talking for a little while. We were just sitting there. She was turned, her back was turned. I was just sitting there like, had no idea what to do. I was kind of feeling hopeless, and because I was mad at her, but I also felt bad that I pushed her. But I couldn't resolve those two things in my head at the time, And then after maybe 5 or 10 minutes of just sitting next to each other on the bed, not talking, she says, I'm afraid you're never going to want to teach me the exercises again. And this made no sense to me. My mind exploded because I had been thinking the whole time, oh God, I still wanted to teach it to her really badly, and I wanted her to get it, but I was afraid that she wouldn't want me to teach her again. I was afraid that she would think I was a bad teacher and she wouldn't want to listen. So in this 10-minute span of silence, she was afraid that I didn't want to teach her again, and I was afraid that she didn't want me to teach her again, that she didn't want to learn from me again. So our thoughts were completely opposite. And she said this thing that was very vulnerable, right? She said, I'm afraid that you don't want to teach me again. This very vulnerable thing. And it opened this, paralysis. It unstuck us. And I said, wait a second, of course I want to teach you again. I'm afraid you don't want to learn. And she said, well, I do want to learn. I just, tonight I was feeling, it was hard I didn't like how you pushed me and stuff like that. So because of her saying this vulnerable thing, we sort of unlocked and we could come back together. We were stuck, and then we sort of realized that, we really wanted the same thing. But if she hadn't said that, we would have both gone on thinking the opposite thing, and neither of us would have, I might never have taught her again, We might never have done that again because we both thought that the other one didn't want to do it, but we both did. Anyway, that's just an illustration of the power of being vulnerable, that sometimes you can be thinking and afraid of exactly the opposite thing as your partner. And if you can say the vulnerable thing, say what you're afraid of, you might find out that everything's fine. Okay, hope that helps. I'll talk to you next time.